The outstanding characteristic of the collection is the incredible quality of the pieces that they selected. This is an unusual collection in that it's been 3 generations in the same family, and what's I think very significant about it is that apart from one moment in 1935-36, none of the exhibits have been displayed publicly. The collection that we have here today is a remarkable collection, and it was formed by E.A. Parry, who was a barrister. He'd served in the First World War, and he was the only one of his male siblings to survive the war. And it's interesting to see that his first purchase of a Chinese object was in 1919, so very soon after he's come back. One can perhaps surmise that it's almost a reaction to the horrors that he's seen, that he focuses attention on things that are beautiful, things that are eternal, things that are going to give pleasure forever, the sort of interminable nature of Chinese civilization. Although he's the main name associated with the collection, his wife was also very important. Some of the most outstanding pieces we can see were bought by her. The invoices are addressed to Mrs. Parry. For example, the teapot here and various other items. They seem mostly to have bought them all from mainly Spinks and to some extent Blewitts, who were leading dealers in Chinese art at the time. And there are quite a surprising number of the invoices still surviving, which is particularly interesting because it gives us, the straight provenance of these pieces. It is clear that the Parrys were collectors together, that this was a collecting pair, and that she had tremendous input, and her eye was obviously very important in the formation of their collection. I think really one of the glories of the collection is this teapot. It's melon-shaped, has this wonderful sort of lobed body. The colours are absolute perfection, and particularly on the lid, the minute detail of fishermen in rocks and so on. It's a perfect piece. The painting is of the highest quality, done with the finest possible brushes. So this is a peak of Imperial enamelware, made for the emperor and really closely under his supervision. In the base you have the Imperial mark. It has an exact pair, which is in the National Palace Museum in Taiwan. This means that this is definitely Imperial. This was touched by the hands of the emperor, but it's been in private hands since 1925. The significance of the collection is testified to the number of pieces that were selected for inclusion in the Royal Academy's 1935-36 Chinese art exhibition. If we look at the history of Chinese art and Chinese collecting, this was one of the most important moments. This was when people in Europe got a chance to see not only items from the imperial collections, but also significant items from massive collections all over the world. And 6 items from the Parry collection were included in the Royal Academy's exhibition. 6 is a really massive number of items to be included in the exhibition. It's quite incredible for an individual collection to be represented by so many. I mean, I don't think any of us have seen such a group of exquisite imperial class pieces from China together. It's almost unimaginable. And it will be a real eye-opener, I think, for many people who haven't been able to see pieces like this since 1935 when they were exhibited in the Chinese exhibition. But here we have them in their perfection for sale in London.